Hi guys, welcome back to Land Connect. I'm Emma, and last time we talked about electric vehicles. This week we turn to another topic. It's about healthy food with me and Nina. Hi Nina, how is it going?
Yeah, I'm very good today. And how about you, Emma?
Everything is still okay. So now we talk about healthy food. What does healthy food mean to you personally, Nina?
In my opinion, healthy food means balance. It's not just about eating vegetables all day, but about giving my body the nutrients it needs to function. Personally, I try to focus on whole foods, things like fresh fruit, lean meat, and grains, rather than processed snacks. When I eat well, I notice a huge difference in my energy levels. I don't feel as tired or foggy during the day. We talk a lot about healthy food, but there's so much conflicting information out there. That leads me to wonder, do you think people today really understand what healthy eating is?
In general, many people have a basic understanding of healthy eating, such as reducing sugar and eating more vegetables. However, there is still confusion due to conflicting information from the internet and social media. That leads me to ask you that how important is healthy food in your daily life?
It plays a crucial role. I try to be quite careful about what I eat because it directly affects my mood. For example, if I start my day with a nutritious breakfast like oatmeal, I feel much more energetic. On the other hand, if I eat junk food, I tend to feel quite sluggish by the afternoon. It's clear that food changes how we look, but it goes deeper than that. Do you think eating healthy food significantly improves both physical and mental health?
Yeah, eating healthy food can clearly improve physical health, such as energy levels and immunity. It can also support mental health by improving concentrations and mood, although it's not the only factor affecting mental well-being. This makes me wonder that why do many people know what is healthy but still choose unhealthy food?
I think there are two main reasons. First, unhealthy food usually stays addictive because it's engineered with high sugar and fat. Second is about convenience. Most people are very busy, and it's much faster to grab a burger than to prepare a fresh salad. People often debate whether they should spend more time in the gym or more time in the kitchen. In your opinion, do you think diet is more important than exercise when it comes to good health?
I think diet is slightly more important because what we eat affects our bodies every day. That said, exercise and diet should work together since physical activity supports both physical and mental health. Which is why I want to ask you that how does unhealthy food affect people in the long term?
In the long run, it leads to serious health problems like obesity or heart disease. Beyond the physical side, it can cause long-term fatigue and low self-esteem, as the body isn't getting the right vitamins to function at its peak. Looking back at how our grandparents ate versus how we eat today, things have shifted dramatically. This makes me ask, how have modern lifestyle changed the way people eat?
For me, modern lifestyles have made people rely more on fast food and processed meals due to the time pressure. As a result, home-cooked meals are become less common, especially in urban areas, and that's probably why people keep asking that, is healthy food becoming a trend rather than a real lifestyle choice?
It's a bit of both. On social media, it definitely feels like a trend. People post aesthetic, healthy meals just for likes. However, for many others, it's a real necessity as they become more aware of the rising risk of lifestyle diseases. Of course, where we live also plays a huge part. Do cultural traditions influence what people consider healthy food?
Yes, cultural traditions strongly influence food choices. What is considered healthy often depends on local diets, cooking methods, and long-standing eating habits passed down through generations. That actually leads me to another question to ask you that should schools play a bigger role in teaching children about healthy eating, Nina?
I absolutely think they should. Children spend most of their day at school, so it's the best way to form good habits early. If schools teach kids about the dangers of sugar, they are more likely to make better choices as adults. Now we can't talk about food without talking about the cost. It's a common complaint that is healthy food more expensive than unhealthy food in most countries?
In my perspective, I can see that in many countries, healthy food is often more expensive or less convenient than unhealthy food. Fresh ingredients usually cost more and require more time to prepare. That's why it's expensive than others. Which bring up an interesting question that do you think low-income families have enough access to healthy food?
To be honest, I don't think so. The main problem is the price tag and food deserts. Areas where fresh produce isn't even shown nearby. Many low-income parents also work multiple jobs, so they don't have the time to cook from scratch. Since it's so hard for individuals to choose well, should government control or limit the advertising of unhealthy food?
Yeah, I believe that governments should limit unhealthy food advertisings, especially those targeting children. This could help reduce unhealthy eating habits and protect public health. And we come to the last question. Is the food industry partly responsible for poor eating habits?
Of course, the industry is partly to blame. Companies spend millions on clever marketing to make junk food look exciting and normal. They prioritize profit over public health by making processed foods highly addictive.
Yeah, thanks to your opinion. And this is also the end of our episode today. Thanks for joining us and see you next time on Land Connect. Goodbye.